My daughter banned my husband from her wedding. Since she was little, I promised her one thing, that I'd pay for her wedding. I've saved for years. I imagined walking her down the aisle, seeing her glow with happiness, maybe even crying a little. But 2 days ago, she said something that shattered everything. My daughter's 21. She's getting married this June. I had her young, 18. And her mother and I were married for 6 years before I finally came out. It wasn't ugly. No screaming, no fighting. I told her the truth, and she actually understood. We split peacefully, shared custody, and raised our daughter together. She was always my little girl, daddy's girl. She adored my partner, the man I've been with for 14 years. He's patient, kind, the kind of man who remembers everyone's birthday. We built a small, happy family. Then, as the wedding planning started, she came over one evening with a list. She was nervous. I could see it in how she twisted her ring. "Dad," she said, "I need to talk to you about the wedding." I smiled. "Of course, sweetheart. What's up?" She took a deep breath. "So, because his parents are very religious and conservative, your husband can't come." At first, I thought I misheard her. "What?" She repeated it slowly, carefully, like she'd rehearsed it. "My in-laws don't really understand your situation, so it's just better if he's not there." My husband was in the kitchen at the time, making coffee. I remember the sound of the spoon clinking against the mug. It suddenly felt deafening. I didn't want to ruin the moment, so I just said, "Okay, it's your day." It stung, but fine. I thought maybe she was just overwhelmed. Then she went on, "And your son can't come either." My heart dropped. "Our son? He's 2. Why?" "It's not a child-free wedding," she said, "but it might make things complicated." I stared at her. I could feel the anger burning behind my ribs, but I tried to stay calm. Complicated how? She wouldn't meet my eyes. "Just please, Dad, don't make a scene. I don't want to make them uncomfortable." Them, her in-laws. Then came the final blow. "Oh, and if you could maybe not talk about your lifestyle during the reception? It's just, they wouldn't understand." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The girl who used to hold my hand and tell everyone that her dads were the coolest parents ever was now embarrassed of me. I asked quietly, "So, let me get this straight. You want me at the wedding, but not my husband, not my son, and not who I really am?" She said, "Dad, it's just one day." I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because if I didn't, I'd start yelling. "One day?" I said. "Then let them pay for it. If their comfort matters more than your family's presence, maybe they can foot the bill." Her face twisted. "You're being childish," she snapped. "You promised to pay. Don't back out now because of your attitude." I said, "Sweetheart, if I'm not welcome, if my family isn't welcome, then I'm not paying for a day that erases us." She went pale, then cold. "Fine," she said. "If that's how you feel, I'll ask my father-in-law to walk me down the aisle." I felt something inside me snap. Not anger, just, heartbreak. "Do what you have to do," I said quietly. She stormed out. I stood there staring at the empty doorway, feeling like the air had been sucked out of the room. Later, my ex-wife called. "She's crying," she said. "She says you're being selfish." "Selfish?" I whispered. "For not paying to be erased from my daughter's life?" That night, my husband came over and wrapped his arms around me. He didn't say a word, just held me. Even my little boy toddled over, hugged my leg, and said, "Daddy sad?" "Yeah, buddy." Daddy was sad. The next day, my daughter called. Her voice was soft. "Dad, I'm sorry," she said. "I didn't mean to hurt you." For a second, my heart lifted. But then she added, "The rules still stand. Please don't make this harder." I closed my eyes. There it was, the final nail. I realized she wasn't sorry for what she said. She was sorry I reacted. So I told her gently, "I love you, but I can't do this. I won't pay for a wedding where my family's treated like a dirty secret." She was silent. Then she hung up. I sat there for a long time. The quiet in the house was suffocating. Then my husband came in, holding our son. "I'm sorry," I said, tears slipping down my face. "I'm sorry I even considered leaving you out. You didn't deserve that." He just smiled. "You're a good dad," he said. "Don't let this break you." He offered to pitch in $5,000 just to help her anyway. That's the kind of man he is. But I shook my head. No, not anymore. A few days later, my daughter confirmed it. She asked her father-in-law to walk her down the aisle. So I decided something. Instead of paying for a wedding where my family isn't welcome, I'm taking my family, my husband and my son, on a trip. Somewhere quiet, somewhere where we can laugh and be us without anyone pretending we shouldn't exist. And that's how my daughter's wedding day became the day I chose. My own family instead.